Welcome to Introduction to iPad. My name is Kevin Rutkowski. Today we will be discussing the basic features, navigations, and gestures when you utilize your iPad. Let's look at some of the basic features of the iPad. On the top of the iPad you have your on-off or sleep-wake button. On the side you have your rotation lock for both mute and screen, and your volume up and down button, and also your camera on the top. There's also the power supply that comes with the iPad. The USB plugs into the AC adapter to keep your iPad charged. If you want to project your image of your iPad, you need a VGA converter. One end goes into the iPad and the other end goes into the VGA cable. To turn on the iPad, you simply press the on-off button and slide to unlock to get to your applications. One technique you can use is flicking. You can flick between the application pages to the right or to the left. If you go all the way over to the left, a keyboard will appear with a search field. To open up an application, you simply tap on that application, just like a mouse click, and I tapped on Notes, a program that's very similar to Notepad, and when you do that, a virtual keyboard will appear at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to type in the keyboard. I can switch between letters and numbers. If I double tap the arrow key, it will lock the caps, and if I single click the arrow key, it removes it. And then there's also an icon on the bottom right that hides the keyboard as well. The next technique is called tap and hold. When you tap on a text or iBook, you'll see a magnifying glass which allows you to move a cursor. Now when you let go, you get some options. In this case I have select all. It highlights the whole text. I copy the text over. I'm going to tap to move the cursor over to the right, hit the return key a couple times, and when I tap and hold again, the option of paste will appear. The tap and hold option works with text as well as images. I can also split my keyboard by taking my thumbs and pulling the keyboard apart and then pinching to get the keyboard together. I can select the keyboard icon on the bottom right hand of the screen to make the keyboard disappear. I'm going to select the trash can option on the bottom of the screen, hit delete note, and the note deletes. When I press the home button on the bottom, it returns me back to my application home page. Next, I'm going to open up Apple's web browsing application called Safari. I'm going to select Safari to open. And I'm not hooked up to the wireless network, so I can't connect until I authenticate. So I'm going to authenticate with the MATC wireless network. I'm going to stretch it out to see it, and then I hit accept. Now it opened up a web browser, and if you look in the web browser field, I can delete the text or the web browser address by selecting the little X button. And I'm going to now do a search for matc.edu, and MATC homepage comes up. You can scroll between your applications by dragging your four fingers to the right or to the left, and you'll reveal the previous application. In this case I had two applications open, the web browser and Notes. If you take your four fingers and drag up on the screen, it will reveal the applications you currently have running. You can move between these applications this way by selecting them or close them. In this case I'm going to close my applications out by tapping and holding until a little minus sign appears. You do not want to have a lot of application processes running because this slows down the iPad. And then pull down to hide the applications. Next we're going to select the application store. This is where you would purchase or get free apps from Apple's iTunes library, but you have to first sign in with your Apple ID. Now you can create a new ID, or you may have an existing ID. I had an existing ID already created, and I'm going to just sign out now to show you what that looks like. I'm going to flick back up and sign back in. So there you see use existing ID or create an Apple ID, and then you would sign in. We're going to go over this, the process of creating an Apple ID, in another video. Another way to get back to your home screen is take your 5 fingers and pinch as a multi-gesture to get back to your home screen. And to turn your iPad off, you simply press the on-off button again and slide to turn off the power. For more information, please visit our FIC website, edtechnews.matc.edu.